Can you hear me? Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good afternoon and welcome to our online viewers to the Hills Basketball Stadium in the semi-final clash between North Bears and the Newcastle Hunters in the Championship Women's Division for the 2018 Spalding Waratah League. My name is Paul Lyth and I'm joined by my co-commentator Susie Walmsley. Welcome.
Thank you, it's great to be here.
This is going to be a real crowd pleaser. Looking forward to a very tough, challenging game, obviously between North, who came first this season, and Newcastle, who came fourth.
Teams are just going to the bench now, and we'll look forward to see who the starting five are from each group. So starting for the North Bears today will be number 5, Eliza Jane Loader, number 6, Kate Seaborn, number 7, Renee Garlett, number 15, Sarah Schicker, and number 14, Kendra Asleson.
And for the Newcastle Hunters, we've got number 4, Cherub Blum, we have number 5, Charlotte Bull, we have number 9, Hannah Young, number 12, Alison Ebsbury, and number 13, Jasmine Howe.
But Sarah Schicker in the jump against Hannah Young.
And our referees today, we have Joe Kelly, Alex Brockway, and Andrew Canning. A little bit of preparation here at the bench. Okay, almost. Okay, looks like we had a small issue in the numbering for North's number 14, their forward Asleson. Okay, ready to go.
So Hannah Young gets the touch and Newcastle win the jump there. Eliza Jane Loader almost forced the turnover early, but the ball is back with Newcastle. Norths with the ball now. And they'll be really looking to go to Garlop a lot in this game. She's been their most prolific scorer throughout the season. Hannah Young gets the rebound. And Newcastle look to push down the floor.
Alison Ebbsbury in for the basket. Denied. Schicka forcing a way into the paint. Up and missed. Rebounded by Charlotte Bull. Charlotte to the basket. Denied, but with a foul. 2 to come.
So the foul there is on Kendra Asleson.
Charlotte unsuccessful with the first. Score still 0-all. And Newcastle is first on the board with a free throw from Charlotte Bull. Hunters leading 1-0. Seabomb, another one of North's shooters, takes the basket. Lovely 2-point shot from the top of the paint. Ball moving around. Perimeter, Hannah Young looking. Asleson on her. Jump shot from Hannah. Unfortunately missed. Drop short.
Great pass in from Garlop there.
Perfect pass. Perfect pass into Asleson. Going to the line for one. Foul by what looks like Charlotte Bull. Well, a slow and steady start there, Susie.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's always a bit nerve-wracking when you get to the finals in those first couple of minutes. But I have no doubt both teams will start getting a bit of momentum and getting some more points on the board. They're really trying to convert on that mismatch there between Alison Ebbsbury and when she had Loader on her just there.
Yeah, really putting a lot of pressure on the lanes, the passing lanes, denying a lot of ball. Ebbsbury to the basket, drives in, and unfortunately misses. Rebounded by Asleson. Seabomb now to the basket. Pass over to Garlop, shoots from outside and misses on this occasion. Ball back to the Hunters. Jasmine took a 3-point shot, running out of clock time, but failed to convert. Now we have a foul. Charlotte Bull.
Her second personal foul, which will be
subbed. And we are.
So we've got number 10, Brianna Schofield, coming on now to replace Charlotte Bull with her second personal foul.
Renee with the ball again. Asleson on the inside and takes the shot off the board. Another 2 points. North's leading 7-1. Newcastle will be looking to try and settle down. Norths are very proactive in their defence, in the lanes.
And Newcastle with the turnover there.
Wow.
They're just not quite settling into the game as much as North's early on.
Shika with the ball, top of the key, out to Seabom, and again they go to Aslan, back to Shika.
Got a holding foul there on number 10.
Brianna Schofield. Ball back to Norths on the baseline. Later to pass in.
And there's quite a mismatch there. Aslison on Schofield on Aslison, sorry. So they'll be looking to capitalise on that throughout the game, I'd imagine.
Travel called on Shika. Hannah Young able to hold the defence and force the turnover. Trevor Blum bringing the ball up. Loader really giving some heavy defence there.
And Newcastle are really struggling to get the ball through hands at the moment. Norths are really putting the pressure on defence. Jasmine Howe goes to the basket there. Aslison comes up with it on the miss. And Seabom's really looking to push the ball, but Ebzery's applied some really strong defensive pressure.
Out to Seabom, pass from Garlop to Seabom in the corner, and a three-point shot. Score now, 10-1. Hannah Young takes the shot, 2-point, and misses, falls short. Rebounded by Garlop.
Really pushing the ball. Quite a heavy foul there from Hannah Young. And Renee Garlop will go to the line.
And we have a timeout now. Shannon Seabom has called a timeout for the Newcastle Hunters. No doubt to discuss the game strategy. Basketball New South Wales would like to thank their official partners: New South Wales Office of Sport, Spalding, Carney Sports, Marketing, TCYC, Custom College Recruitment, Sada College, New South Wales, Sydney Kings, Sydney Uni Flames, and Allied Couriers. Well, Susie, a tough start for Newcastle. They're going to have to find some way of getting into the paint. The outside shots aren't even working at the moment, so they're really sixes and twos at the moment. Norths, on the other hand, still not in their groove, but defending very well.
They are, absolutely. Newcastle will have to look to Hannah Young, Alison Ebzery, Jasmine Howe. Young girls, but some really good experience in the league. And we'll have to look to them to get some scoring.
Yeah, they will. Aslison and Shika are playing a very good inside game for them and allowing the guards to move the ball around to either take their shots for Norths or feed it on the inside. So they are going to have to match up, as you said before. That mismatch on Aslison is causing them problems, and hopefully Shannon's going to be able to fix that up so that we can get a more even game.
It is, and now we see Cassidy McLean come on. She's spent the last 2 years with the Sydney Uni Flames and is heading over to Bendigo this year in the WNBL, so they'll look to get a bit of a spark from her off the bench now, as Renee Garlop makes 2 free throws to send the lead to
12-1. Cassidy with the ball to the basket and gets her first layup. Takes the Hunters now to 12-3. Cassidy straight into the game. Unfortunately, Cassidy's just been called for a hand foul, and it's bonus. So Garlop to the line. No, I should say it later. My apologies.
This is the first there. Successful with the second. Cassidy to the rack again, gets fouled. She's really made an impact early as she's come on.
Very early. It was really the the spurt they needed. Newcastle, they needed someone to start taking it to the basket. Foul, sideline ball now.
So Asleson will get a break now as Tristan Black comes on.
Okay, we've got 5 seconds to go. Ball's in Cassidy's hands. And up she goes for the shot, and she's fouled.
The foul there's on Sarah Schika. And Cassidy McLean's to the line.
Okay, we have a small discussion between Coach Shannon Seabom and the referees. Back to the game now. We have Cassidy shooting for 2. First one's made. Second rebounded by Hannah Young.
So Newcastle are getting the ball through hands a lot better now. And Hannah will look to take the 3 and is successful. So Newcastle have come back a little bit here. The score's now 13-7.
Allison doing a good job there. Allison Ebbsbury on Schika. Stopped her from getting that ball up.
Strong rebound there by Hannah Young.
Hunters appearing to get back into their game. Allison driving to the basket and successful for 2. Going to work in the paint and making a 2-point shot. 15-9 to North.
Strong cut there by Ebbsbury, but Seabom steals it away.
Rebounded there by Tristan after Garlop missed the shot. Loader with the ball, intercepted, and turnover now, Hannah Young. Hunters now back on the attack.
And both teams are really going to that on-ball screen. Often with a flare screen coming off, but yeah, both really looking to utilise the on-ball screen. Hannah Young successful there, another 2 points. So Newcastle have really worked themselves back into the game on the back end of this first quarter.
Hunters now keeping the ball outside. North's having to work.
Seabom with a step back.
And a miss with a rebound to Schofield. And Cassidy McLean bringing it down the court.
Ball with Ebbsbury now. Now Hannah Young. Ebbsbury to the rack, goes up strong and is fouled by Renee Garlop. And looks like coach will call the timeout right now. So yeah, Tom Garlop looks like he'll have a bit to say to his team, who had a really great start but look to have lost their way a little bit.
Yeah, the momentum has lost. A few minor adjustments by Shannon Seabom and the Hunters. And he's now going to have to come up with a new strategy to try and keep the momentum he had previously.
Well, it looks like they'll go to a bit of a bigger lineup right now. Loader comes off and Ballas is coming back on. Ballas is coming on now.
Yeah, Ballas a great outside shooter as well, so it's giving them more outside shooting as well.
So this is Tom Garlop's first year with North. a fantastic career with the Sydney Kings and a few other clubs in the NBL, spanning 11 plus seasons, an amazing shooter, and now he's transitioning into this coaching role. He was Coach of the Year this year in the Waratah League, so he's really done some great work with the team this season, so no doubt they'll come out firing from this time out.
Very much so, and I've got to agree with you, Susie. It was great to see Tom come to the women's program. Obviously, I've been around the women's program for a long time, and we all know the men seem to get a little bit more, but it's great to see someone of his capacity and his experience come into the women's program and adding value and depth to the program for Waratah.
Oh, absolutely. And then you look down to the other end and you've got Shannon Seabom, who just comes with a wealth of experience, won the World Championship with the under-17 Australian team in 2016, which did feature Cassidy McLean. So,
yep. And then got the bronze medal again this year.
Absolutely. So we've really got to...
The women's program is looking healthier.
Absolutely. Alison Ebsbury good there with her first free throw and with the second. So Newcastle are right back in this. North with the lead still, but 15-13 is the score. Seabom's got the ball in her hands. And now to Garlop. And we're seeing that on-ball screen there.
Screen again. And a miss.
And is short. So Newcastle have the ball.
Renee Garlop's not quite in her normal shooting game today. She's a little bit off at the moment. The Hunters are putting a little bit of pressure on her to make sure that she doesn't get into the groove.
They are, and that's probably the key. I'm sure that's what Seabom's keyed in on all week while they were preparing for this game. Renee, such a prolific scorer, 20 plus points a season, so yeah, they'll really need to look to keep her off the glass.
Exactly.
Or keep her off the scoreboard, really.
Hannah Young went to take a two-point shot there just outside the paint and was fouled by Tristan Black, and is now just about to take two from the line. Hits the first, takes the score to 15-14. We have just over a minute to go for the first quarter. And she hits the second.
And the scores are now level.
Level, here we are a minute out. The first couple of minutes didn't indicate what the game may be, but they've really played themselves back into the game, Hunters.
And Seabom will take it to the rack and is fouled there by number 10, Brianna Schofield. So she'll look to get North back in front here. The first is good there from Seabom. Second also good. Really got a game on our hands here.
Yeah, we have. Be interested to see how the game ends up. The first quarter, Jasmine Howe takes her shot from outside and unfortunately missed it. Edgley with the rebound, but then the turnover. Hannah Young just forcing a turnover then. Sorry, Hannah Young forcing the ball out. North still with the ball. 27 seconds to go for the first quarter. Looks like we're going to a horns here for Seabom. Cassidy McLean trying to contain her. Renee Garlop outside.
Ballos in the corner and is good for three.
Great shot.
And she's another impact player, can come on. And there we are at quarter time.
Quarter time, and we have a score. Looks like there's a few seconds to be just adjusted here. The referees have asked for the clock to be adjusted. So it's a Hunters inbound. We're not quite sure of the time yet. Just been rewound back down. It'll only be a fraction or just over a second. Hunters will be looking to get some sort of isolation play here, just to try and catch, release and get that shot in. Looking a bit like a box format. .6 of a second. So we have enough time to score. It's just a catch and shoot. Jasmine Howe to put the ball in. And it's been intercepted. And that's the end of the quarter. And we're sitting here now with North's Bears 20 and the Newcastle Hunters 15. Okay, we have for that first quarter, looking at the box scores, highest scorer for Norths is Seabomb with 7 points, and down into the Newcastle Hunters at the moment. Similarly, we've got Hannah Young with 7, Katie Edsbury with 4 at this stage. Cassie McLean, who only came on in the second half of the quarter, with 3 points at this stage.
And they've been able to, Newcastle's been able to hold Gallup to 2 points there, so I expect coming into the second quarter, she'll really look to get some scores there.
She will. Renee Gallup, obviously a WNBA player, WNBL player. Thank you. Coming back into this competition, adding some great depth and shooting, but Newcastle's been able to keep that under control. Similarly, obviously Renee's been targeting Hannah Young, but she's been able to get the slight better of it in the competition, and Hannah Young's still able to actually make some of her shots.
So starting the second quarter, we've got Gallup, Valos, Seabomb, Shika, and Alessandra Burke.
And for the Hunters, we've got Cassidy, Edsbury, Hannah Young, Schofield, and Jasmine Howe. Interesting first quarter. Newcastle dug themselves out of a hole. Newcastle Norths have still got sort of the advantage, I would have to say, at this stage, but only just.
They do. They got a little bit of momentum at the very end of that quarter, so they'll look to capitalise on that coming into this quarter. So Seabomb with the ball now, finds Valos and gets the ball inside to Shika.
Great defence by Edsbury there. Stayed up straight, being the shorter of the two, and was able to force a turnover.
Cassidy looks to push the ball, spins but misses. Seabomb's with the ball now. Great cut by Valos, but just can't find the basket. There's a foul there on the rebound, so Newcastle with the ball. Cassidy brings the ball down, gets it to Edsbury. Look to find Edsbury with 3 seconds on the shot. Block there by Valos. So she's really made an impact coming in so. Now.
They're still making it difficult for Newcastle to get into the paint. Norths. Hannah Young again defending very aggressively on Gallup. Gallup puts the shot up and misses again under pressure. We have a foul there from Norths on the rebound, and the ball's now given back to Hunters for the inbound.
Aslison's checking back in for Valos. So they'll look to capitalise on that mismatch there again between her and Schofield. Ball's now with Newcastle.
Schofield driving to the basket. Just misses off the back of the boards.
Rebound there from Sheikha.
And wow.
Strong move there from Asselson, who scores 2 points, 22-15 now. Ball back with Cassidy, who looks to push the ball.
Hannah Young looking, puts the 3-point up and misses. Rebounded by Asselson. Ball pushed down the field. I should say the court. And
Hannah Young tips it out. She's really got her hands to a lot at this point in the game, Hannah. She's making it difficult for North to make clear passes, really getting into the passing lane there. She is again just showing that athleticism.
Hannah Young having come back from Virginia Tech University in the States and had a fantastic period with the
Hokies.
Hokies,
Yeah.
that's it, the Hokies. She's really come back a strong defender. She was always a good, aggressive, offensive player, but she's really come back with a balanced game now and obviously picked up by the Canberra Capitals for the next
She
season.
has, yeah. So it's great to see the Waratah League as a stepping stone into the WNBL. We've had a few girls, come through the ranks and really putting the league on the map as a really strong league.
Yeah, it is. It's the league. Some people used to say, obviously, it was a slightly weakened league, but I have to say, with my return back to coaching with the Hills, I've got to say that it is a slightly stronger league. There's less teams, but I think the depth is starting to build.
Yeah, absolutely. And just then we've seen Cherub London come on for Jasmine Howe, and Loader's back in as well for Alessandra Burke. Just a bit of a stray pass then, so Newcastle will get the ball back. Scores 22-15 to Norths.
Definitely a mismatch there when you mentioned before with Schofield on Allison. Hunters trying to move that ball around again. Hannah Young, step back and takes the shot for two in the paint. Score now 22-17 to Norths. Loader bringing the ball up.
Hannah there with her hands in the passing lanes, gets a steal. Goes hard to the rack, but just misses. Loader with the rebound is pushing the ball down the other end.
Picked up just in time on the baseline there by Garland. Moving through the hands, Loader to the boards. Schicker picks up the rebounds and claims two off the glass. 24-17 Norths.
Newcastle just looks to steady themselves here a little. Ball with McLean and then into Ebzery, who throws it to Garlop, and then she's off to the races. And still can't seem to find the bottom of the basket there.
Both teams just out of sorts a bit. It's the nerves I would have thought would have settled down by now, but we're just not quite finishing off. Garlop again. Foul by the looks of it from Ebsbury. Blocking foul, and it's a ball from the baseline. That's Ebsbury's first foul. Ebsbury's just been subbed off, and Jasmine Howe back into the game for Newcastle.
Cassidy McLean's just come off as well, with Charlotte Bull back in. Renee not too happy there. I think she should have been fouled on the shot, but the ball is at the baseline.
If it hadn't have gone straight to Astelson, she may have got that. Astelson trying to go to work in the paint. Schicker with the ball.
Goes up strong.
And she got her own rebound and then went back up, but was fouled by...
And Charlotte Bull, who's just come back on, has picked up her third. So she'll probably come back to the bench, with Kelsey Moss coming into the game for the first time today. Shika on the free throw line, first one's good. Second one just hits the front of the rim, but Loader with the offensive rebound.
Jump ball. And it's going to be a Newcastle ball. Very handy turnover for them. Shika was looking to obviously post up, but lost her footing unfortunately. And Schofield was straight over to secure that ball as well. Give the Hunters another opportunity. Laces done up. Go back into it.
Norths are still leading by 8 points here. Scores 25-17 as Newcastle look to push the ball down the court.
Unfortunate ball there from Schofield, trying to put it into Kelsey Moss, but denied by Norths with Seabomb. No, and we've just had the same thing happen at the other end. Seabomb with a forced turnover. Ball with Hannah Young now.
Howe puts the ball into Moss, who drives to the basket. Sorry, who cuts to the basket. She'll go to the free throw line after being fouled by Sarah Shika. That's her second personal foul.
Nice pass by Jasmine Howe then.
And Sarah will be subbed out with Tristan Black coming onto the court. Alison Ebsbury is also coming back onto the court.
Kelsey Moss taking 2 shots. First one just misses, rattles around the ring. And the second one rebounds. However, small tussle there between Tristan Black.
But good hustle play there from Newcastle, from Kelsey, who's forced the turnover. Hannah Young with the ball, now with Jasmine Howe, and back to Ebsbury. So both teams are really applying a lot of defensive pressure. The scores are quite Cherub-Lum with 2 there, but the scores are quite low at this stage of the game, but it's just great defensive pressure from both. Find Asleson. Cherub-Lum with the block there.
Just following on with what you said there, Susie, a lot of people see it as a low-scoring game by the ladies, but compared to the men's game. But that is a big part of the women's game, is the defence. And we tend to defend, the girls tend to defend a lot more aggressively than the guys do. As we just saw then, unfortunately, with the foul from Ebsbury. But the scores might be lower, but it is the defence from the girls, and the girls tend to put a lot more work in the defence, whereas the guys are much more of a running game and tend to score a lot more. So it's 2 sort of different games.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are both of these, the guards on both of these teams, really tight defensive pressure down the court, and that's been their go-to for both of them throughout the season.
Here we go again with that screen.
Asleson, strong move to the basket. Looking to go for a 3-point play as the basket's good and gets fouled.
Yeah, if the Hunters are to pull this score back, I know it's close, but if they need to probably keep Asleson a little bit further away from the glass. She's a very dominant, very physical player, coming from Canada, Alberta, Canada. She's been dominant most games throughout the season.
Asleson there with 7 points and 6 rebounds. So, and there's another rebound for her. So 7 points and 7 rebounds at this stage. She's really making her mark on the game.
Ball to Renee. Renee feeds it in. Asleson again. Just misses that one. And we have a Hunters ball. Lum with the ball now. Looking for a horns play. Lum, all the way, back out. Hemsbury now driving in. And unfortunately just puts it to the glass a little bit hard and misses that shot. Seabomb now controlling for Norths.
And she does that really well. She can push it but pulls it back out when when it's time. So she does, reads the play very well, Seabomb. Asleson hard to the basket again and gets fouled by Moss there. So she'll go back to the line. First is good. And Asleson makes the second, so the score is now 30-21.
Asleson with 12 points now. Again, Newcastle finding it a little bit difficult to get inside. Out to Jasmine Howard outside the three-point line, and she secures it, drops it straight through.
And great court awareness there by Hannah Young. Finds Howard over the other side of the court for an open three.
30 points to 23 with 1:40 to go. Garlop with the ball outside the three. Defended by Young. Switch now over. And Garlop drops the two. Just inside the three-point line.
And that might just be what she needs to get going here.
There's her Garlop.
Newcastle with the ball. Kelsey Moss puts the ball up, but Tristan Black gets the rebound there, so Seabomb's pushing the ball down the floor. They're really looking to go to Asleson there.
Garlop misses a three. Hunters now coming back down the floor for their offensive attempt. Jasmine Howard bringing the ball down, heavily defended by Loader. Pass to Hannah Young. Hannah Young going to the basket. Just not quite able to finish it, with Asleson defending as well. Seabomb now. Wow, heavy defense there, rebounding from Loader. And Asleson goes to the basket, misses it. Fouled by, I think, Ebsbury. And she'll be going to the line for two more. And we have a timeout now called. Shannon Seabomb, Newcastle Hunters.
And that's Ebsbury's third personal. Foul there. They'll really need her throughout the game if they're going to.
Yeah, they will. The physicality of it.
Absolutely. And she's been a strong performer for the Newcastle team. She's only young, but been great for Newcastle for a number of years now.
Very much so. So that's just looking at the fouls now. We've got Charlotte Bull on three, Ebsbury on three. So it's going to be a second half of managing those players to try and keep the impact without losing them with a unnecessary early foul. We have Just wanted to remind people that Basketball New South Wales now uses Spalding Basketballs, our official basketball partner for Basketball New South Wales, and CSM, official apparel supplier to Basketball New South Wales as well. That's CSM.
As the teams come back on the court, there's 11 seconds left in the first half. North's leading 32-23. Asleson makes the first.
And the second. So that takes Asleson now to a score of 14 points.
And we see her coming off the floor now for the last few seconds of the quarter with Rachel Higginson on. Newcastle have to push the ball down. 9 seconds to go.
Lum with the ball, looking to pass it out with Kelsey Moss. Unfortunately, there is no foul. We have the second half to commence in 10 minutes. So the first half now finishes. We have a score of 34-23 to North Bears. Highest scorer for the game, it looks like it's Asleson with 14 for Norths. We also have Kate Seabaum on 7, Shika on 5, Garlop on 4, and for the Hunters we have Hannah Young on 9, Katie Ebsbury on 4.
Alison Ebsbury.
Geez, I'm close, aren't I? Sorry about that, Alison. I know you stand there by yourself. Katie's sort of an okay player, but anyway, old times. Alison Ebsbury on 4, Cherub Lum on 4, and Cassidy McLean on 3. So half-time finishes here. I've got no doubt that Coach Shannon Seaborn would be going in, trying to talk to his girls to work out how they are going to turn this game around and get a little bit more dominance. Whereas Tommy Garlop, I think, would be pretty happy with the way that his girls are playing, and he's been able to have plenty of rotations in that first half. And as a result of that first half and his rotations, he's got plenty of options now to look for. He's got the inside girls working well, and if he can't get the outside, they're controlling Garlop, but they're finding points in other areas.
Absolutely, they are.
We'll see you back for the second half in about 8.5 minutes.
back to the 2018 Spalding Waratah League semi-final for the championship women between the Norths Bears and Newcastle Hunters. Norths are leading 34-23. The leading scorers for the match so far. For Norths, we've got Asleson with 14 points and 7 rebounds. And for Newcastle, we've got Hannah Young leading scorers there with 9 points and 3 rebounds.
Susie, the second half coming up, obviously we need to look at Newcastle as how to stay in this game and actually have any chance. They need to really come out with a really aggressive start. They need to get some stops and they need to start getting some points and potentially put themselves slightly in front for this third quarter to take it to the fourth quarter to have any chance at all. If they let Norths back in and they start dominating early, it's going to be pretty tough for Newcastle for that second half.
It will be, and Norths have a lot of experience there through Garlop and Seabomb, and Newcastle will need to come out early. And
yeah, they're going to need to really challenge Asleson in regards to her dominance in the paint and try and control her somehow. And then Hunters have got a great game. Like they move the ball around well, but they're being disrupted with this aggressive defence from North. So we need to see them start to work around that and obviously find some of their players open. Bit of isolation play going on to try and get some baskets in.
So Norths with the start here, and the ball's with Loader.
Good defence then by Hannah Young, and a rebound from Alison Ebsbury from a missed shot from Asleson just inside the paint. Okay, Newcastle passing the ball around now. Cassidy going to the paint. Well recognised.
Found Ebsbury in there, but
just
missed
didn't
the
quite.
shot.
Yeah, missed the shot. It's unfortunate. That was a good start. And we've got a travel on Asleson called after the ball was fed into her.
And Howe did a good job of getting underneath Asleson there.
Very well.
Not allowing her to get a clear path to the basket. So the Hunters will have the ball.
Cassidy bringing the ball down again. Hannah Young passes out to Jasmine Howe. Cassidy again has the ball, looking to attack, retreating, and attacking again. Dishes the ball out to Alison, who unfortunately just misses that three-point shot. Renee Garlop bringing the ball up. Renee Garlop, pass into Shika on the low post. Shika straight out to Loader, out in the corner. And we have a three-point shot from Loader.
That was a great inside-outside game there from Norths. They're really doing well at getting the ball inside and then finding shooters at the perimeter. And the ball comes down the other end and Hannah Young gets a nice jump shot there. So the score now is 37-25 with Norths leading.
And we have a foul on Jasmine Howe on Loader in transition. Ball to be put back in now by Garlop.
With the tip there, Norths will get the ball from the sideline.
Okay.
Getting pretty physical here from both teams.
It is. Newcastle has come out with a clear intent to try and be much more physical and dominate possessions. We thought this would happen. Obviously, Shannon Seabomb had to come out with a different strategy to allow his girls to take some sort of control. North still aggressive in their defence, though.
They are. They haven't.
Hannah Young just misses a outside three-point shot.
A tip there from Garlop to Loader, who's pushing the ball down.
And forced the pass over to Garlop, but just out of her reach, couldn't control it. Newcastle put it back in.
And neither team really having control early on in in this second half.
No, not at all. It's become very much a physical game at the moment. A lot of finesse is missing at the moment.
Cassidy gets her own rebound, puts it back up.
And this is again frustrations. Another foul on Jasmine Howe.
And that's her second personal foul for the game. Sideline throw in for Norths here.
Shika with a long two-point shot. Good rebound by Alison Esbury. Cassidy to the basket.
Loaded just gets a hand in there, but it'll be Newcastle's ball. Norths go to a zone here on this out-of-bounds play and get a steal with another quick foul on Jasmine Howe, so that'll be her third.
Her third. Coach Seabom may know. Thought he might have subbed her out.
Gonna let her play and hope there's not another quick one.
North's really working on multiple off-ball screens to move their players around and get themselves open.
They are. Strong drive to the basket there from Loda, who scores the 2 points. So North's now leading 39-25 as Cassidy brings it down.
Shika has been fouled on that occasion. Looks like she might have been some accidental contact from Cassidy McLean trying to get free. I think both coaches would be a little bit frustrated with the first 3.5 minutes of this quarter. Neither team has really been able to get a lot of shots in. Bit of frustration. Shika comes from the court with what looks like a little bit of blood from the mouth from that accidental knock.
And Ballas is subbed in for her here.
That was her third team foul as well. Third personal foul, I should say.
The ball inbound into Hannah Young. And a great cut from Jasmine Howe there, but better defense from Ballas.
Hunters have got the ball again. 12 seconds. Hannah Young secures it. Cherub goes to the basket and just misses again. Tries to roll it in. Renee Garlop. Pass too strong, too hard. Straight over the hands of Aslerson. Hunters to put the ball back in, bring it back down. Cassidy with the ball, going for the basket, and just misses the basket. Foul by Aslerson.
And neither team are really finding the basket very much. Newcastle are currently shooting 24%, and North's a bit higher at 36%. So
still both very low, very low. As a coach, I sit here and I feel for Shannon and Tom. Some of the shots are sort of coach killers. You sit there and you watch the ball, they do the work, they get in, it's just not being able to finish it off and drop it in the basket. But that comes down to that hard defence as well.
it does. Both teams are putting a lot of pressure on.
Alison Esbury and Loda then. Unbelievable pressure. So it's whoever's going to survive this defence and then able to capitalise on their offence. They're both putting the defence in very hard. That's a great turnover by Newcastle.
We see Loader go to the bench there and Burt come on. So Newcastle ball off that jump ball, and Cassidy McLean will bring it down.
Cassidy looking for the options, takes a long two, misses that one unfortunately. Rebounded by Seabomb. North's back on the attack. Tristan Black looking to try and take off from where Allison was. Renee Garlop to the basket, and again misses that rebound when they miss. And again. And again.
Newcastle will tip it out there. But North's ball. So you can see some frustration there on Garlop's face. She's really attacking the offensive rebounds hard, but just not able to get the ball in. But Tristan Black does there. Scores 2 for North, who take their lead to 41-27. Cassidy looks to attack down the other end.
And tech foul to Shannon Seabomb. There might have been a bit of frustration there with that last basket that Cassidy McLean tried to score. As I was saying before, a lot of the frustrations now with the girls just aren't able to finish off their baskets. There is a lot of physical defence going on, and obviously frustrating the coaches well and truly. And unfortunately, Shannon's just received his first tech foul for this game.
Garlop gets her eye in there, making the free throw, and North will get the ball back at the halfway line.
42-27 with just under 5 minutes to go of the third quarter.
And Newcastle will really start needing to make a comeback here.
Very much so.
Down 15 points. And there's still plenty of time. Still a lot of time, but they are going to need to start making their move.
Foul again. Cassidy McLean, a block on Garlop. Well, there's definitely plenty of quality here in the Newcastle team. Obviously, you've played with a lot of these girls that are on the bench and on the court.
I have, yes. They're a young group, but a lot of quality there. As we've mentioned, McLean, Ebsbury, as Garlop scores and looks to go for a three-point play there.
So we've just had the fourth foul, unfortunately now on Jasmine Howe. That was off the ball.
And Newcastle call a timeout there.
Okay, Metropolitan Junior League, proudly supported by the Sydney Kings. The official Spalding Waratah League game ball is now available. Visit Basketball New South Wales online store at www.bnsw.com.au to purchase yours today. But if I remember rightly, there's a bit of a discount on at the moment as well, so you'll be able to save yourselves a few dollars. Are you interested in attending a USA college? Would you like to learn more about what's all involved in being recruited to play basketball in the US? Talk to Custom College Recruitment, Basketball New South Wales official college recruitment partner. Visit customcollegerecruiting.com to learn more. Well, Susie, tough game for Newcastle Hunters.
It is. They just can't seem to find their feet at the moment. Only 27 points after 2 and a bit quarters. So they're going to really need to start finding a bit of momentum here if they're going to make a game of it late on.
Definitely agreed. North seem to, even though it's been a physical quarter, this quarter 3, they still seem to be able to roll on and slowly add to their score and make it a bit more of a challenge for Newcastle to come back. They have to find some way of breaking this down and restraining North from accumulating the points that they are. Even that's a slow accumulation. It's just making the job more and more difficult for that last quarter.
It is, and we see Tristan Black make 1 of 2. So the score's now 44 to 27. North's leading. Newcastle look to get the ball through hands. Cassidy McLean drives to the basket and scores the points with a foul.
Valos, I think it was
on Valos.
Yeah. Second foul there for Valos, with Cassidy McLean going to the line.
And that's what Newcastle really need to do. They move the ball through hands, and they have strong drivers in Young, McLean and Ebzery there. So
exactly.
They're just going to need to spread the floor. They're a small lineup. They're going to need to spread the floor and take the ball hard.
Just saw then that Cassidy secured that third shot, so the score's now 45-30. They then came out with a full court trap to try and put some pressure on North.
And Garlop's really starting to find her form. And some tough defense there from Burke on McLean, who turns it over, and now North's with the ball.
Garlop to bring the ball up now. Hannah Young shadowing her. Got a horn situation here. Unfortunately, it looks like. Okay, Hannah Young's just been fouled now after shadowing Garlop and trying to follow. Obviously pushed through one of their picks set up, and Valos now goes to the line for 2 shots. Misses the first.
And the second, but Tristan Black gets the offensive rebound.
Step out there by Burke on the baseline. Hunters ball. Can they do something now?
Cassidy McLean picks that one up. North still applying pressure, but both teams are in the bonus now after Burke fouls McLean.
Bonus 2 points.
So we are really seeing that pressure applied on defence, which we've talked about all game, but starting to get a little bit tired, so putting hands in and getting a few fouls there, so they're both going to need to settle a little bit on defence, or they're going to send each other to the line.
Exactly, and you're going to end up with some of your better players that are going to be on the bench for that last quarter, which I don't think either team wants to see.
No, absolutely not.
And Renee from the outside on 3, great rebound. Misses that rebound from Hannah Young. Skewers the ball. Lum now pushes the ball down the court to McLean.
McLean will look to drive.
Cassidy goes to drive, and she's got a bonus 2. Foul by Burke. That's her third foul now. McLean gets that first foul shot. Takes her total now to 11. And that's 12. So scores now 47-34. Cassidy McLean, highest scorer for Newcastle on 12 points, followed by Hannah Young on 11.
And we do see a couple of the Newcastle players on the bench in foul trouble. Jasmine Howe, who's been averaging 20 points a game, been great for Newcastle. She's sitting on the bench with 4 fouls and only 2 points in this game. So
yeah, she's if she gets her eye in, she's a deft shooter. She's proved that all season. She beat my team, the Hills, by probably 25 points. I think she scored in both games, and yeah, a very deft player. But Norths have obviously done their homework to restrict her, similar to what Newcastle have tried to do with Renee Garlop, and obviously slow her down.
Absolutely, and we see Shika come back on, which is great for Norths. Tristan Black goes to the bench.
Have so much depth in that team, that Norths team.
They do. We see Seabomb breaks through the pressure and finds Burke for an open three, which she knocks down. So
that brings up the 50 points for Norths.
And despite Newcastle making small runs, they just can't seem to crack that 15-point margin.
North's doing a really good job defensively.
They
really
are.
Putting the pressure. Hunters are getting some similar shots, but they just can't get the clean shots that Norths are getting.
And there's a foul there on Shika.
That's Shika's fourth foul.
And she'll come back to the bench with Asleson coming on.
Okay. Nearly did it again then. Nearly said Katie. Alison Ebsbury at the line, takes the first shot and scores. And the second as well. Score now 50-36 for the Hunters.
Garlop just slows down there. Seabomb will look to come off a couple of screens in that horn set.
Some great pressure there of Cherub. But
Gives Valos a wide open three. Seabomb gets the offensive rebound there.
Seabomb takes the three.
Likes the look of it.
Wow. That was a great shot.
And when she gets on, she's quite a prolific scorer. Was also Defensive Player of the Year in the Waratah League, so can really get it done on both ends. And good defense there from Ballas on the help side. But Newcastle get it back.
Actually almost made up for the mistake, the unforced pass, and forced a turnover. Took the shot, but unfortunately missed it. And now Norths are back down to try and score again with Seabomb with the ball at the moment.
Get the ball through hands. Garlop with a bit of an off-balance shot, but
great rebound.
Gets her own offensive rebound and gets it out to Seabomb.
They really do look a little bit hungrier than Newcastle, unfortunately, at this stage. Newcastle not out of the game, but just making it a little bit difficult for themselves. We've still got a quarter to go.
Sideline ball for Norths here. Ball into Asleson. Strong play, but steps out. Charlotte Bull does a good job in there. And she's another player. I've played with Charlotte for a few years, and she may not score as many points, but she's always getting on the boards and doing the little things that you want. She's a great teammate.
Right.
So she'll look to work hard for Newcastle there.
Yeah, she's been with Newcastle now, I think. I'm just trying to think now. She came across when I was coaching with Larry from Maitland, and she's been with Newcastle, I think, now for the last 8 or 9 year period, and been a real valuable contribution, especially defensively. But I must admit, in this season, my return back to the league coaching, I wasn't so much worried about her offense, but she surprised me. Came out and she scored 10 points against our girls. So Coach Shannon Seabomb has really developed Charlotte. Defensively, she was always hard, but she's now able to contribute with quite a few points. So offensively and defensively, you really do have to watch Charlotte, and she's so tenacious. Probably one of the fittest players in that team. She's always off madly running around, doing marathons and half marathons and mountain runs. And I saw her in New Zealand there only a few months ago, doing a mountain run in Queenstown. But At the moment, quite adding the score to the board though.
No, so we've got Norths leading at three-quarter time, 53 to 39. As we've been saying all game, Newcastle really need to step it up here if they're going to have a crack.
The first couple of minutes are really important. Shannon needs to get the girls to come out with some stops and scores. If they don't, it's going to make it very difficult. And if Norths come out and keep playing the way they are, they'll go on to secure this semi-final to get their place in the grand final for tomorrow.
They are, and currently we have Asleson on 14 points, Seabomb on 11 points, and Garlop on 9 points for Norths. And for Newcastle, we've got Cassidy McLean leading scorers on 12, Hannah Young with 11, and Ebsbury on 9. Not too much production on the scoreboard from the others, so they'll need to do so in the fourth quarter if Newcastle's going to make an impact here.
Yeah, unfortunately that's all three quarters now for Norths. Obviously the first quarter was 20-15, second quarter was 14-8, and that quarter they've just secured it 19-16. Obviously Newcastle's closest, but they've got to get in front and start putting some shots together to get back into this game.
Back out there for Newcastle, so I think Coach Seabomb's going to roll the dice with her and hope she can stay on the floor for the remainder of the game.
Some nice pressure there on Loader, but she was able to get the ball away. And Seabomb
open, and she's really feeling it. That's 3 points for her.
Yeah, this is dangerous signs now for Newcastle.
Young, strong drive, just can't get it to Ebsbury, and Sheikha comes up with it there. Loader will look to push the ball down. Great cut there from Asleson, scores the 2 points.
Yeah.
The bigs are really finding them each other well for Norths there.
Yeah.
Playing a great inside game. We've got a foul there on the screen on Charlotte Bull, which will be her fourth. Great skip pass there from Asleson to Seabomb. And the offensive board from Asleson just misses.
Charlotte Bull.
And that'll be her fifth.
Her fifth foul. Charlotte Bull leaves the court.
Kelsey Moss back on here.
That doesn't happen very often with Charlotte Bull. She doesn't get fouled out very often at all. She is a great defensive player, but she normally manages her fouls pretty well. But that'll be a bit of a loss for Newcastle now.
It is, but with Kelsey coming on, she brings a bit of height, bit of size. So hopefully she can match up on Asleson and kind of stop her scoring.
Stop her scoring.
And be a great target inside.
Okay, here we go. Ball moving through the hands quite quickly. It's good. Cassidy with a three-point shot. Just misses that shot. Kelsey tries to rebound, but just didn't quite get there.
And North's now with the lead of 20 points, so it's going to be a pretty tough ask for Newcastle. But still time, 8 minutes 30, and anything can happen.
Outside-inside game again.
Back into Asleson. Good defensive pressure there for Newcastle.
It was actually, yeah, it was good. It was just a shame that she threw it off Hannah Young's foot because she knew she was under pressure. Didn't have any options. But they get the ball back. Good pressure again from Hannah.
And Norths with the ball from the sideline there.
Newcastle giving its all and trying to slow Norths down to get into this game. And defense.
Asleson with a bit of a Hail Mary there. So Newcastle, great defensive possession.
I think that's the first of the game where we've had a 20-second defensive end. Well done to Newcastle. Just got to get some balls in that basket now.
Allison will drive to the basket. Tough drive. And blocked there from Shika.
It's not from the sake of trying. It's just unfortunate that the defence is matching the offence at the moment.
I see C-Bomb bring the ball down. And they're really trying to use their full 24 seconds here,
Yep.
Norths.
Shika with a rebound after a loader miss from outside. Shika going to the basket. Kelsey Moss putting what looked like pretty good pressure there, and unfortunately the refs have seen something that I didn't. But comes up with a foul. 2 shots now for Shika. Unlucky there for Kelsey Moss.
And Norths are doing well crashing the boards. They're 13 offensive rebounds from the game so far, so it's given them a lot of second chance opportunities, and we just see Shika go to the line right now and score the first free throw and the second, so extending the lead.
Extending that lead now. Again, trying those on-ball screens. Kelsey Moss with the ball now. Looking to go inside. Great pass into Alison Esri. Just came off the rim and unfortunately couldn't secure the rebound. North to put the ball back in.
See Cherub Lum come back on for Jasmine Howe here.
Time starting to slip away. Cherub putting plenty of pressure on C-Bomb. And again, C-Bomb up to the challenge, brings it across the ball. Bit of a lazy dribble.
Loader finds Garlop there.
Garlop secures another 3.
So she's really found her form in the second half here, Garlop.
Yeah. Pressure just not quite there now from Newcastle on the Norths girls, like it was in the first half. Great rebound by Alison Esri.
And a foul there on Loader.
Shot missed by Hannah Young there prior, the 3-point shot missed, but great rebound by Allison. Cassidy McLean now to put the ball in. Cherub Lum with the ball.
Great post up there from Kelsey, but better defense from Shika, who blocks, gets another block. Loader pushing the ball down. Gets fouled as Shika goes to the basket, so she's doing it on both ends now.
She is.
And that's the 4th personal foul on Kelsey Moss there.
Kelsey Moss. Alison Esri subbed out for Schofield.
Shika makes the first.
65-39. The points piling on. Misses the second, rebounded by Hannah Young. Hunters still trying their best to add some points. Nice pass in there by Cherub. Schofield missed it unfortunately with the pressure from Shika again in the defence.
C-Bomb gets the ball down fast but pulls it out.
Oh.
Shika with another offensive rebound.
Wow. Renee Garlop with a 3 attempt, missed that one. Rebounded by Cherub Lum. Ball's already been pushed down. Cassidy McLean forced back out by the North defence. Newcastle look to set up now. Move the ball through the hands. Schofield for a 3 and secures it with a second bounce. Newcastle now 65-42.
The ball with Garlop.
Looks like there we've got an injury there to Garlop. Garlop was doing a drive and a dish and then looked to take the ball and unfortunately has gone down clutching that knee. We hope it's not too serious. We've got a timeout now at the moment with Garlop injured on the baseline. Okay, well, unfortunately for Norths and for Renee, Renee's been taken off and subbed, moved over to behind the bench. Looks like she has some sort of knee issue. We hope she's okay for the finals tomorrow, but we'll just have to obviously wait and see what happens during the afternoon. Newcastle to put the ball back in now.
5 minutes ago in the game, we've got Norths leading 65-42.
And Schicker blocks again as Jasmine Howe tried to drive in. Jasmine Howe was able to secure the ball again. Puts up another shot and another rebound by Schicker.
And Newcastle just still struggling to convert there, still shooting at 24% for the game, so that's...
Yeah, 24% just won't do it in this league.
Absolutely not.
Generally you need to be 35% and above, otherwise you're not going to win games.
Newcastle with the ball, Cassidy McLean bringing it up.
Cassidy's tried hard all game. She's really looked to either pass the ball in, to drive in. She's really looked to be a danger for Newcastle. Here she goes now to the basket.
She has, and that's the thing with this young Newcastle team. You can't fault their effort. They've been giving their everything all game. It just kind of hasn't come together on the day, which is unfortunately finals basketball. It's, you know, whichever team shows up on the day.
Yep.
I mean, the last time these two teams met, Newcastle were able to get on top and North's in the game prior. So really just, great strength in the competition and just whoever's showing up on the day. The ball with Vallis at the top and she'll look to drive. Great pass in there to Higginson.
Rebound
just
by
a bit
Young.
Strong.
Yeah, a bit strong. Hannah Young now bringing it up. You are right, like you've got to give 10 out of 10 for their effort. Jasmine Howe puts it up and scores a 3. So scores now move to 65-45, but still at 20 points in it. 3 minutes to go. North slowing the ball down now, passing it around, looking for their opportunities, using the clock up.
And great ball into Shika. They've really been utilising their bigs in there.
That was actually good defence then from Schofield. Unfortunate tip from Hannah just to give Norths the ball back.
Got Norths with the baseline out of bounds play here.
See Coach Garlop has rested his two bigs now.
And Valos with the 2 from the short corner there. So still extending this lead. With Norths leading 67-45. Evzery with a strong cut there. McLean finds her and she'll get the ball from the baseline. Thought she might go to the line there, but
I thought she might have gone to the line too.
great.
Jasmine Howe and just short. Great rebound from Alison Esbury.
And
to the
great
board.
move.
What a move. Step around, secured the 2 points. 67-47.
And it's
great defence from Newcastle. Oh.
Also great to see a lot of the younger players from Norths getting their opportunity to come on. We've got Goulding out there.
Get a feeling for the weekend.
Absolutely, and also number 8, Rebecca Dallinger. So great to get an opportunity, and we see Dallinger on the line now. She makes the first. Her first points for the game. Misses the second. Strong rebound there from Allison.
Newcastle still trying to the very end. They haven't given up. Jasmine Howe looking to drive and just got the ball tipped out of her hands and off her knee, unfortunately. Norths to throw it back in. The young girls now just subbed on for the last few minutes, getting some good exposure. Alison Esbury giving a hard time to Burke defensively.
Burke does well there to stay in control.
Hannah Young again. Burke's done very well.
Gets an offensive rebound, puts it back up and scores the 2.
Wow. That was a good individual display under some pressure from quite a few of the stronger players of Newcastle.
And a great moment there for North. We've got Valos coming on for Valos, the younger sister of Eleni, Gina, who had just played in Youth League just before. So great to see, as we said, the young girls getting on and getting an opportunity to play some senior women's semi-final action.
Valos is a great shooter, the younger Valos. Great three-point shooter from outside.
We see Hannah Young skip past it there to Howe, just can't convert. And Valos there makes an impact, gets a rebound. We see Burke bring it up. So with a minute to play, that'll be Newcastle's season over.
For the championship women it will be. Schofield now with an intercept. She's going to the basket. And unfortunately, Schicker gets another one of those blocks.
Higginson.
Sorry.
Yeah, they do look very similar. Very similar.
It was only 2 minutes ago I was saying that the two bigs were given a rest by the coach and missed it. Another great block. Cassidy McLean still continuing to give it all. I do feel sorry for the Newcastle girls, having coached there for a few seasons, and my heart lifts in two different places now with Hills and Newcastle, but they've given it their all today. It's just unfortunate. It just hasn't happened for them.
They haven't, and North has had a great game. They've really played themselves into it and really knocked down open shots. After that first quarter, they really just gained a bit of momentum, and Burke puts it up there and misses, but it won't really affect the result of the game, and Newcastle will have it in for the last possession. Ball out to Howe, who gets fouled on the 3-point line, so she'll go to the free throw line for 3 shots.
Well, the next next semi-final coming up with the championship women. That'll be between Sutherland Sharks and the Hornsby Spiders. That'll be a very interesting game. A game that'll be very tough. Some very good shooters on both sides.
There is, absolutely.
Hodo, Sarah Graham. You've got
the league MVP,
Chelsea Swears
for Sutherland.
For Sutherland, who in our last game I was lucky. And there we go, folks. The game is now wrapped up, and we have a score of 70-49 to Newcastle, to North's Bears. A pretty, I wouldn't say comprehensive, but they were able to continue to pile on the pressure and grind it out to end up with a 20-point plus result.
So we had Aslison leading all scorers with 17 points and 9 rebounds. Seabom had 14 and Garlop with 12. And for Newcastle, we had Cassidy McLean with 12 points, Ebzery and Young both with 11.
Yeah, just the defensive pressure from North obviously secured that game for them. It was very defensively from both teams all the way through the first half, but unfortunately North was able to get on top and secure those last 2 quarters. So we've ended up winning all quarters, and the last quarter was 17-10 in the last quarter. So Northville secured their position now. They'll go away and have a rest. They'll probably watch this game to see what happens between the Sharks and the Spiders. It'll be an interesting afternoon. Control here, I think for me, is obviously control of Swears. Havada, their import. It's
and even we've got Shyla Heel suiting up for this match as well, so who's lethal from the 3-point line as well.
Exactly, having returned from the World Championships. Your thoughts on this game? Who do you actually think will take this game out?
Look, I think it'll be whoever shoots the best in this game. We've got, as we said, we've got shooters on both sides, so really whoever can light it up will take the game.
Yeah.
So congratulations to North Bears, who are into the grand final for tomorrow. We really hope to see Renee Garlop out there running around. And
hope that injury isn't too serious and it can be treated and she can recover overnight. Our thoughts are with her, so that we'd hate to see her miss out on that game. So we do hope she recovers, and it's only a minor injury, but it looked a little bit serious on the baseline. But we'll wait and see what the team comes out and lets us know what happens.
So thank you for joining us today, and stick around to watch Sutherland and Hornsby tip off at 3 p.m. So very soon.
Thanks very much, Susie.
Thank you.
It's been great calling with you.